Yes.
Did you know that? Well, I was like downstairs. That my mind was all over the place because I was thinking, how will I come up with an idea before the submit date or before the due date, something like that. So I was downstairs. I was in the couch. The only thing in my mind was pressure. The only,
Really?
yeah, I was filled with stress. I was filled with like messed up ideas. I was filled with like extreme pressure because I had so many things to do. I had to submit it because it will affect my grades, and so while I was drawing, you told me an idea about the guy climbing the ladder towards his hard work during the theme pursuing dreams despite the pandemic. So you gave me an idea where it's about a guy climbing up a ladder, and everything around him is about like COVID, the virus, everything like that. And I tried doing that, but then I wondered, what will the angle be? Will it be a far shot of the guy climbing? Will it be the point of view shot where the guy is climbing and you're the eyes of it in the background? Then I realized, how will I make that work? How will I make how will I make the background COVID if the point of view is just a guy climbing a ladder? Like that, it doesn't work. So next idea, so I scrapped that idea. The second idea is about the mountain, where a guy is climbing a mountain and there were supposed to be like layers saying COVID, hard work, blah blah blah, something like that, like school and something like that. But then I realized that is so bland. It's just a mountain with a guy climbing in the sky in the background. That is not a poster. That's just That's just bland. And it makes no sense. A guy climbing up a mountain. How is that realistic? We're talking about the pandemic. It's not. It's not that much. It's just the pandemic, and so I scrapped that idea too. And then the third idea was supposed to be something else. But then during the whole time with like my pressure, stress, I kept looping in my brain, pursuing dreams despite the pandemic, pursuing dreams despite the pandemic, to see if I would get a better idea. So I was thinking, okay, another idea. But then suddenly, this somehow gave me an idea when I accidentally put the word "your" in pursuing dreams despite the pandemic, like pursuing your dreams despite the pandemic. So that gave me a tiny clue or a tiny hint of how I'm gonna draw it. So I was thinking that this poster is supposed to represent how the artist thinks they will pursue their dreams despite the pandemic that's happening around them. So, but then I realized. So, then I had an idea that I was supposed to draw how I think I would pursue my dreams. So then after that, So after that, I just thought of a man walking on a sidewalk. To make it more simple, a straight sidewalk, no ups or downs, no ladders or anything hard. We're just talking about a normal sidewalk, and a guy strolling on the sidewalk with a bubble in his or a cloud in his head, dreaming about the dreams he will pursue. Since it's more simple, and so it represents a guy walking on the sidewalk in an open world and thinking about the dreams he wants to pursue. And so after I draw that, I was thinking, what else will I put in the background to make it less bland? So I put sign saying 6 foot, 6 feet, like social distancing 6 feet away, and wear masks. Those signs are supposed to represent how the world has changed, like how society put to make more warnings and to make the world more open, to make the world more familiar, you know. So in the picture, the guy is strolling past his city or his home, dreaming about the dreams he wants to pursue, without the care about what's happening around him, like floating COVID, particles or something like that. And also, he's also walking past signs saying 6 feet and wear a mask to represent also the world, how the world has changed again. So, but there were supposed to be more details in the drawing. I was supposed to put more people in the background wearing masks to show how much the people have adapted to how the world has become during the pandemic. But then I realized that I didn't have time, so I decided to put more smaller details, such as more shading, more things, more lighting. I was thinking, what else will I do? But then those were all I could think of, because I was thinking, what should I put the background? Should I put buildings? Should I put mountains? But then I was like, nah, that's too hard. too much time. So so I decided to go with a blank like sky in the background with grass to show kind of like more of an open world type thing of how big the world. I not big the world, but just all I could think of. And yeah, so and after I thought of that idea, I decided to go back to sleep, like to see, okay, sleep gives me enough more ideas. I must go back to sleep. So yeah, the yeah.
That's how you come up
It's
with
not
it.
that it's not that significant. It's not that much of a significant idea. Like it's just all I could think of because how much stress I had thinking about that I have to submit my mappe. I have to submit this drawing, and both of these are the biggest stress. Was it stress attacks because I had to memorize a dance before the due date, and I have to think of an idea before the due date, all at the same time while traveling to here in Davao City, while attending a party where we had to eat, play games, have fun, talk, and enjoy. I wanted I wanted my mind to get off. I wanted my mind to get off of the stress, and so I did this. But then after all the party ends, it immediately went back to this, and so after I finished this poster, a bit of stress got relief from my brain, and the only thing I have to worry about is the mappe. So yeah.
Yeah,
That's
alright.
what I think.
That is good.